Hello, Brother Briar joining you tonight out in the garage, and I've got a tobacco review to do for you all. I don't do these very often, but I'm trying to get better at sharing my thoughts on things and what just kind of contributing more to the community as far as doing tobacco reviews, things like that. I don't venture out enough with tobaccos. I kind of find things that I like and smoke those, but I need to get better about trying new things and whatnot and sharing my thoughts. So that's what I'm doing here tonight. So anyway, the tobacco I'm smoking tonight is Stokkebye's English Oriental Supreme. And what led me to this tobacco is a hunt for a replacement for my favorite tobacco, and that is McClelland's Cyprian mixture. Apparently McClellan Cyprian mixture wasn't a popular blend as far as the McClellan tobaccos are concerned. Certainly not like your Frog Mortons or Christmas Cheer or things like that, but in my opinion, it's an excellent tobacco that didn't get enough credit while it was in production. So I have a little bit of that left. I'm trying to stretch that as long as I can, but I love it so much. It's going to be hard to conserve it. But anyway, so I was looking online for keywords like Cyprian mixture, Cyprian tobacco, Cyprian blends, and my search led me to Cyprian Sojourn, which was a tobacco that is sold by Just For Him. You can go to justforhim.com, look for Cyprian Sojourn. Now I found that this is the actually another name for Stokkebye's English Oriental Supreme. So trying to think of where to go from here with this review, but I guess I'll just kind of read to you what the components of the tobacco are, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So I mentioned it's a Stokkebye blend. It's blended by Stokkebye brand, rather. It's blended by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. Shocker there, right? Its contents. So it's Black Cavendish, Burley, Latakia, Oriental / Turkish, and Virginia. I'm surprised the contents lead off with Black Cavendish, to be honest with you, because that is certainly not the forward tasting or forward flavored tobacco in this blend. It's more so Latakia, and anyway, I'll get into the way it smokes here in a minute, but that's what's in it. Now let's look at the description here. I'm looking at the tobaccoreviews.com description. It says, Peter Stokkebye's classic blend, English Oriental Supreme, brings together the finest mellow Georgian Virginias, Black Cavendish, Mexican Burleys, and Cypress Latakia, while evoking an exotic flair uniquely its own. This distinctively non-aromatic blend produces an astonishing array of refined flavors ranging from mild to medium strength. So, kind of a lengthy description there for you, but there you have it. I'm going to show you the tobacco now. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, so just showing you the bag that I received the tobacco in. Bought it from justforhim.com, as you can see. This they have it labeled as Cyprian Sojourn, but as I mentioned before, I think I discovered this was Stokkebye's Oriental English Supreme. Now, as for what this tobacco looks like, let's move on to that. You can see it's a nice ribbon cut, characteristic of a lot of the Scandinavian tobacco group. A lot of the Dunhill blends, I think, are cut this way. So, pretty familiar cut. It packs well, lights well, stays lit. So yeah, you can tell what's a Virginia in there. You can see the dark Latakia, but also mixed in with the dark Latakia, you have Black Cavendish, probably the Burleys, as well as the Orientals. So it's probably hard to pick out what's what among the dark tobaccos in there, but you can definitely tell there's a lot of Virginia in there. Now let's compare that to McClelland's Cyprian mixture. You can see that this McClelland Cyprian mixture is quite a bit darker in color. It's very much more Latakia forward. You can definitely see the Virginia in there, but it's not as prominent or heavy with Virginia as the Stokkebye blend is. but they were pretty close when I was looking online, so that's kind of what drew me to this tobacco to try. So the real question is, how does it smoke? So let's get on to that. Okay, so I'm about halfway through a bowl here, and it's a very good smoke. Now I'm going to do my best to describe to you what it is that I'm experiencing here. I mean, it's very obvious that this is an English blend. The Latakias are very noticeable, but it's also balanced out very well with the Virginia. So you've kind of got that spectrum of like the dark Latakia with the light Virginia that just kind of meets in the middle, and neither one is overpowering the other. There's also a sweetness there that is brought on by the Black Cavendish. Now I know Black Cavendish might scare you if you hate that sticky sweet feel of the tobacco, but also maybe the taste of it, the way it smokes too. It's very subtle, it's not overpowering. The tobacco itself is not sticky sweet to touch. I mean, you could probably pick it out, but it is not, it doesn't leave your hands feeling gunky, if you know what I mean. Next thing I'm noticing is the spiciness from the Orientals. I would say, excuse me, my battery's dying on my phone here, but. So the next thing I notice is the spiciness from the Orientals. Now it's not spicy like Perique, excuse me. Now Perique can leave kind of like a stinging sensation in your retrohale. That is not there. So when I say spicy, I mean more like a nutmeg or cinnamon or allspice, kind of those pumpkin pie type spiciness, those kind of flavors. It's subtle, it's not overpowering. I'm not tasting pumpkin pie, don't hear me wrong. I'm just trying to describe the spice that I'm sensing here. And underlying all of that is like a creaminess, a nuttiness that I think is brought on by the burley. So let me look at that description again. Let me look at those component tobaccos again. I think they wrote them in backwards order, if I'm reading this right, almost. So it starts off with Black Cavendish, followed by Burley, followed by Latakia, followed by Oriental/Turkish, followed by Virginia. I would kind of rearrange those. I wouldn't lead off with Black Cavendish by any means. I feel like people, they look at that and be like, ugh, I don't know that I want to try that. I would lead off with Latakia, followed by Virginia, followed by the Black Cavendish, the sweetness, followed by the Oriental, followed by the Burley. I really think they need to rearrange that on the website there. But really enjoy this tobacco. I can see it being an all-day smoke. It is a complex tobacco because there's a lot of things going on there, as is with most English blends. I would definitely say it could be an all-day smoke. It's not exactly Cyprian mixture, but I can definitely get some of the similarities. There's definitely a sweetness there. There's the smokiness. There's a bit more spice than the Cyprian mixture, which I am not shying away from by any means. It's definitely a good tobacco, but it's good in its own right. It should not be compared to, say, McClelland's Cyprian mixture, or, in my opinion, like a Frogmorton Cellar, which I find very similar to the Cyprian mixture. But it's an excellent tobacco. I highly recommend you check it out. Again, I got this on justforhim.com. You can probably find it anywhere. You can probably find it at Pipes and Cigars, Smoking Pipes. There's a whole, there's a ton of retailers out there online if you're looking for it. I'm sure you can find it. But anyway, there you have it. Stokkebye's English Oriental Supreme. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope you check it out and try it. And if you have tried it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are some things that you noticed maybe that I didn't? or maybe I was spot on. If so, I'm thrilled, because that means I'm better at describing what it is I'm tasting than I thought initially. So hope you all are doing well. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you'd like to see more of them, I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to expand my my arsenal of tobaccos here and share my thoughts on these with you all. So hope you guys have a great week whenever you're watching this, and we'll see you next time. God bless.